Brown Sugar was released in 2002 and stars Sanaa Lathan as Sidney and Taye as Dre. So here's a little background on Sidney and Dre first. They are longtime best friends who grew up together and share a deep bond rooted in their love for hip-hop. They came up watching freestyles, breakdancing, and the early culture of hip-hop on the streets of the Bronx in the 1980s. That shared love for the culture eventually shapes their adult lives, with Sidney becoming an editor at the legendary Double XL magazine and Dre rising through the industry to become a record label executive. Since the beginning of the film, Sidney speaks about hip-hop in a way that feels poetic, almost like she's describing a person. Her language is intimate, nostalgic, and emotional, and it doesn't take long to realize that hip-hop is really functioning as a stand-in for something deeper: her love for Dre. Sidney and Dre meet up at an industry party, and unbeknownst to Sidney, this will be her first introduction to Dre's fiance Reese, played by Nicole Ari Parker. Their first encounter is polite and gracious. Reese even mentions that she's heard so much about Sidney, which unfortunately for her, becomes a recurring theme throughout her relationship with Dre.
Oh my God, I've heard so much about you.
Oh, well, I hope it wasn't too bad.
That first meeting, though, is handled with maturity on both sides. When Dre tells Sidney that he's planning to propose to Reese, you can see Sidney's body language tense up a bit. She becomes slightly uncomfortable. Some people may see that as Sidney simply knowing her best friend and sensing that he might not be ready for a huge commitment like marriage. But to me, I suspect that Sidney already knew she was in love with Dre at that point, so hearing that he plans to propose to another woman forces that truth to the surface. It's like watching her see something she always had but never claimed suddenly belong to someone else.
But, Dre, you've known her for like 5 minutes.
I think she's the one, so...
At one point in the film, Sidney even says that having to share her love of hip-hop with other people was something that she struggled with. So in a way, Reese wasn't just entering Dre's romantic life, she's stepping into a space that Sidney has always emotionally occupied.
Hip-hop was always this personal, regional thing that belonged to just me. I knew I was going to have to share, and that was hard to get used to.
I want to talk about the bridal shower because if the signs weren't clear enough before, honey, the bridal shower told the whole story.